Hey y'all, welcome back. So today I just want to talk a little bit about Aaron Carter. You know, it was as I was sort of going through articles that were just sort of talking about his life, a lot of them just, troubled singer, dead at 34. And that just made me so sad because I'm like, that's a person. Go on, hop up on your soapbox. Ba-da-da-da. I think, it's a really sad story, what we read, or at least what we're finding out, because this just happened recently. I learned about it last night, and his death, his passing. And I just thought I'd say a couple things. When I was younger, I listened to the Backstreet Boys because I thought they were great. I just liked their songs. And then, of course, Aaron Carter being the brother of Nick Carter, he sort of was ushered into stardom kind of along with his brother. I know that they both struggled with their mom as a manager, which can be an issue when you start sort of getting into the nepotism of the industries. I just think that maybe child celebrity is toxic, just in general. Aaron Carter, he kind of hit the scene when he was 9 years old. He was 9. He was just a child. And I think that particularly in this country, the United States, we just have a situation where we all want to be superstars. We all want to be celebrities. We all want 1 million followers. And is this good for us? Even a mom who's like, my kid could be in a band or could be on stage or could be on tour or could be in a movie. They'll just dump them right into the movie. Maybe not considering what sort of life that's going to spell out for that person later on. And if you see a lot of these child stars, I don't want to speak for everybody, but just from what I witness, it seems like a lot of child stars end up with kind of fucked up adult lives, and that's very sad. Look at Macaulay Culkin. You can just see how hitting it big when you're really little, I don't know, then over the decades, you never had a chance to be a kid or a teenager or a preteen or a 20-something. And so, Aaron Carter was only 1 year younger than I am. I'm 35. He was 34. And of course, it's really sad to just see that the legacy he left was troubled singer, because we choose to report on him that way. We choose to view him that way. I heard that, or I was reading that once he had his son, he had actually just sold his house, and I think he was trying to kind of get his life in order, which can be enormously difficult for a person that's been in kind of the celebrity streak or the limelight or needing to keep up that status for their entire lives. What a hassle. What a pain. What is that living? I think we all idolize the people who are up on stage or who are in the movies or have some kind of enormous presence to us, but then it's so challenging because it's like, well, keep it up. Yeah, keep it up. Keep being a star for the next 30, 40, 50 years. It's probably exhausting. Ask Beyonce. Ask anyone who's been a star for a while that there are probably days you just want to be a normal person. And likely there are days that you don't. There are probably days that you want to be a star. But I think we kind of do this thing in this country where one thing we love is putting somebody up on a pedestal and idolizing them. And then what we love almost just as much as that is cutting them and watching them bleed out in front of us. I mean, Britney Spears' story is incredible and sad, and she was just a teenager too when this happened, as people are all sitting around just kind of pervertedly ogling over her body and her dancing, and that younger and younger and younger become the stars, and younger and younger and younger do they meet their deaths. So, is this good for us? Is this healthy? Consider this. The music industry can be really savage and brutal. And that's why I think a lot of people, I include myself in this. I'm a songwriter, and I love making music, and I love making these videos about music. But I almost don't want a single damn thing to do with the music industry, because it seems just toxic at every single turn. Somebody's trying to exploit you. Somebody's trying to turn your personality into a brand. You got a hit album? Great. Now make another one. Now make 2 a year for the next 10 years. Jesus. it's hard to describe. It's just a sadness. And I think we should use instances like this to maybe reflect a little on what it is we're doing to people, what it is we're doing to each other, why it is that we gun so hard for celebrity. So in 2011, Aaron stepped into The Fantastics. It was the longest running show in Broadway's history. It wasn't a Broadway show, it was an off-Broadway show, but it was right there in the heart of Times Square. It was playing at what's called the Snapple Theater. And I remember this because every day I would walk through Times Square on my way to work. I think at the time I was doing Memphis, or stepping in and out of Memphis. So I was doing Broadway shows. And I kind of thought, oh, look, another show that's plugging in a celebrity so they can sell tickets. And they did. And he was sort of in and out, but I think he enjoyed the work. And he was young at the time. We all were. But it's just sad for me to see that somebody lived a whole life. And he had his ups and downs and his ins and outs. And I know that he struggled. But did we try and help him? I mean, there's rehab. But did he feel a sense of community? Did he feel a sense of belonging? God, it just seems so tired. And that we would yank a kid at 7 or 9 and throw them up on stage and make them the front of the band so that everyone can go, look how good he is, and he's so young. And when he stops being young, we're going to stop loving him. So are you obsessed with celebrities? Think about it. You need to spend a little time looking in the mirror. I think we all are to a degree. And with social media, we are screwing up our kids. And then when they become angry, irritable, messed up adults, we want to blame whole generations. What's wrong with you? You don't want to work hard. You want everything handed to you. All this stuff. And yet, I mean, what a weird sort of pretzel that we've gotten ourselves into, where we all want to be stars. We all want to be super celebrity, rock star, rock gods, and icons, and we're not going to be. And actually, if you became that, it might be nice for a year, 2 years, 5 years. Keep it up for 10 years. Keep it up for 15 years. Keep it up for 18, 20, 28, 32, 36 years. You either be bored or you blow your brains out or you OD. I applaud the people that I used to watch in the movies or people who were in bands who maybe hit it big for a little while and then disappeared and did something different, changed their career, changed their lives, changed where they live. To me, that is healthy. Let's say everyone has a right to be a celebrity or be a star for a little bit of time. And you can kind of soak up that limelight for a little bit, but then you got to move on. And I see these people all around, music industry, actors, directors, Hollywood, that they get to a certain level of stardom and then their whole life is just keep the brand alive. Do whatever you can to keep from changing. Do whatever you can to keep from riding the ebbs and flows of being a person alive. And when you die, we'll remember you as troubled singer. That's fucked up. Don't hang on. 'Cause nothing lasts forever but the earth and sky. It slips away. And all your money won't another minute buy. Dust in the wind. All we are is dust in the wind. Dust in the wind. All we are is dust in the wind. R.I.P. Aaron Carter. If you don't like it, tough. Damn!